welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a 72-hour fruit fast, which means I can only eat fruit for 3 days. For breakfast, lunch and dinner, I'll only be eating fruit. So that's watermelon, mangoes, bananas, things like that, even dates. And you can eat nuts as well, but I'm gonna avoid it as much as I can and just stick to fruits. I'll be taking you through each meal and show you exactly what I'm eating and how I'm feeling throughout the day as well. I'll be drinking juice as well, beetroot juice, orange juice, also green juice. I'll be making it all myself. Of course, I'll be drinking plenty of water, a gallon a day at least. A fruit fast basically is a detox and purification of the body, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Fruits contain plenty of enzymes, minerals, fibers, and vitamins, which is essential for your body. Fasting in general strengthens the mind and body, and I decided to do a fruit fast just so I can get plenty of vitamins and minerals. I'm still full and I'm working out at the gym every day, so I make sure that I have plenty of energy, but I'll definitely be doing a full fast in the future. A fruit fast really gives you lasting motivation to focus on eating more fruits and nutrient-dense foods. A fruit fast is really easy integration into everyday life, and it's a stepping stone into actual fasting, which means no food. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist or a health coach, I'm just doing what works for me. Please go seek a professional if you decide to do a fruit fast or any kind of fast, and do plenty of research beforehand. And with that in mind, let's get into the fruit fast. Before we get into it, the first thing I did was buy all the fruit I needed from my local fruit market. It's much cheaper to buy from a market rather than spend lots of money at the grocery store, especially if you're buying in bulk. Now that I have all the fruit I need, it's time to start day 1 of the fruit fast. I start off by cutting all the fruit so it's ready to go and easy to grab from the fridge when I need it. I cut up some watermelon and scooped the remainder into a blender to make a watermelon shake. Then I cut up some pineapple, which is my favorite fruit. It is rich in vitamins and antioxidants that helps boost immunity and protects against inflammation. I of course had to nibble the core so nothing goes to waste. I eat fruit first thing in the morning every day, and prepping it once or twice a week saves me so much time. For the watermelon shake, all you need is ice and a tiny bit of water, and you have a hydrating, fresh drink full of essential nutrients. If you only drink water, it doesn't allow your body to absorb the minerals and electrolytes, so I recommend drinking things like watermelon juice or coconut water to keep you hydrated. Next, I'm making a quick green juice. I already prepped the celery and I keep it frozen so it lasts longer and it's nice and cold when it's blended. I add fresh spinach leaves and a little water, blend it for several seconds, and you have yourself a green juice. It's super easy to make and tastes so fresh. It's full of vitamins and fiber, and can help digestive issues, lowers blood pressure, and provides many other health benefits. Now it's time to make a fruit bowl. I start off with blueberries, which are full of antioxidants, and of course don't forget to wash them. I then have 2 dates, which are not only delicious, but great for digestion. I then grab some of the fruit I cut up before, plenty of watermelon and pineapple. I also added some strawberries, which are high in vitamin C and can help reduce the risk of serious health conditions. I also decided to cut up an orange, but I actually didn't eat it because it was super sour and may have been a little off. However, not only are oranges full of vitamin C, they are also rich in fiber and calcium. Now that that's done, I'm ready to eat. So for breakfast on day 1, I ate a fruit bowl, a green juice, and a watermelon shake. Lunchtime is approaching and it's time to fill up my water bottle. Don't forget to drink at least 3 liters of water a day, especially on a fast. At this point, I was still pretty optimistic, but was definitely hungry. For lunch, I decided to cut up a red apple, which is full of antioxidants and fiber and is proven to support weight management. I also had 2 bananas, which are rich in potassium and also high in carbohydrates, which will provide plenty of energy. Honestly, I was not excited for this meal at all, so I decided to add some pumpkin seeds to the banana for extra crunch. pumpkin seeds are full of zinc, which helps the immune system fight bacteria and viruses. As you can see, I was super enthusiastic about this meal. I also had a lemon and ginger herbal tea. Herbal tea helps support heart health and stimulates the brain. I added ground cinnamon for a boost of metabolism and turmeric to treat inflammation. Now it's time to make a fresh juice. I always love making a juice that will last throughout the week, and beetroot, orange and ginger juice is my favorite. Beetroot is rich in antioxidants and may have anti-cancer properties. Beetroot is also great for glowy skin and improves energy levels. Ginger is known to fight off infections, relieve headaches, and ease other symptoms associated with common colds and flus. I cut everything into small pieces, add plenty of water, and blend. I am using a NutriBullet, but a juicer is much more efficient. I just don't have one at the moment. If you are using a standard blender, I highly recommend straining the juice to remove the excess fibers. I then repeat the same process again since my blender is tiny.
One eternity later.
Now that process is finally over, it's time to continue straining until the fibers are almost dry. I then pour it into a glass bottle and keep it in the fridge for up to 7 days. Look how amazing that is. There's honestly nothing better than a homemade juice. I poured myself a glass for lunch and basically sculled the whole thing in one sitting. I am so proud of my juice, as you can see, and it really is an essential part of my diet. I eat the rest of my lunch and sip on my tea before I head to the gym. It's now the evening and I am so ready to make dinner. I decided to make a smoothie with banana and frozen berries. I added chia seeds for extra fiber and honey for taste. I blended it with some water and it was actually super delicious. Frozen berries can actually contain more beneficial nutrients than fresh berries, so it's great to always have them in the freezer ready to go. I also had some walnuts, which contain healthy fats and can benefit brain health. I cut up some mango but only ate from the seed and saved the rest for another time since the smoothie was so filling. And that's all I had for dinner on day 1. Later on that evening, I got hungry again, so I had 2 more dates and enjoyed every single bite. I later made myself a peppermint tea and cut up some green apple, and I obviously had brain fog because please tell me why I put the tea in a bowl instead of a mug. And that's all I ate on day 1. Rise and shine, it's day 2 and we're almost halfway through the fast. I started the day off with an apple cider vinegar and lemon shot. I only use half a lemon and remove the seeds before squeezing out the juice. Lemon is high in vitamin C and reduces the risk of heart disease, while apple cider vinegar can aid in weight loss and is great for your gut. I use 2 shots of apple cider vinegar, mix it with water, and I drink it all on an empty stomach. Now it's time to make my green juice again. I honestly love how easy and nutritious this juice is, and I highly recommend incorporating it into your diet. I always have a lot of liquids in the morning since it helps my body recover from nightly dehydration. I would never recommend eating solid foods first thing, especially heavy things like egg, bacon, or bread. So drinking fruit or vegetable juice on an empty stomach ensures your body receives all the nutrients it needs without much digestion. Now it's time for solid food, so I made another fruit bowl, again with watermelon and pineapple. I cut up another orange and actually ate it this time, and it was delicious. I also had a handful of blueberries, picking out the best ones since these were getting a little old. And of course, my savior, dates. They really keep me feeling satisfied, and without them, I really don't know how long I would have lasted. I made myself a vanilla chai tea to sip on, and this tea is one of my favorites. Chai tea is great for your skin and improves energy levels. And that's everything I ate for breakfast. Super delicious and nutritious. It's time for lunch and of course a refill of the water bottle. I poured myself a big glass of beetroot juice to provide enough energy for my workout. I then made the same thing as yesterday's lunch, which was 2 bananas and apples. I obviously tried to cheer myself up with some juggling, but failed. I also added more pumpkin seeds, and I do recommend eating pumpkin seeds every day because they're so good for you. This lunch was surprisingly better than I thought it would be. It definitely filled me up and gave me plenty of energy for the gym, and the juice was even more delicious today. Now that lunch is ready, it's time to eat and go to the gym. It's time for dinner and we're more than halfway through the fast. I made myself another banana frozen berry smoothie, added chia seeds, and I decided to add hemp seeds this time. Hemp seeds are full of healthy fats such as omega-3 and omega-6, which improves heart health by reducing cholesterol and blood pressure. I also added flax seeds, which are known to prevent cancer. I really enjoyed this smoothie, and it was one of my favorite things I ate during the fast. I usually add protein powder for flavor, but it really didn't need it. I also had walnuts again, which are a good source of protein. A couple of hours after dinner, I made a snack of blueberries, strawberries, and dates, and later on I had a handful of almonds, a green apple, and a peppermint tea. The second day was definitely the hardest, especially in the evening. I was so hungry but full at the same time, like I wasn't satisfied and was craving something savory. The last day of the fruit fast is finally here, and I was definitely more enthusiastic since I was closer to the finish line. Breakfast on day 3 was a little different. I decided to start off with a frozen mango and banana smoothie with pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, and honey. Mangoes are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants and have potential anti-cancer effects. I usually use almond milk in my smoothies, but I honestly couldn't tell the difference when I just use water, so I highly suggest you try water instead of milk in your smoothies. This was super refreshing and delicious and a nice change from the fruit bowl. I also made a small bowl with dates, strawberries, and almonds. Almonds contain lots of healthy fats, fiber, protein, and magnesium, to name a few. This breakfast was super delicious and it definitely kept me full until lunchtime. It's time for lunch and I decided to make a fruit bowl. This meal was definitely my least favorite. I was just overeating fruit at this point, but I kept going because I knew it would be worth it in the end. I was optimistic about this meal to begin with, but it didn't last. I had watermelon, pineapple, apple, orange, and blueberries. Before my workout, I poured myself a big glass of beetroot juice. Beetroot is known to improve exercise stamina and muscle power, and the ginger in the juice gives it a nice kick. Finally, it's time for dinner and I made myself another berry smoothie. This meal was super easy to eat since I knew how close I was to the finish line. I had some walnuts again, and honestly, if I didn't eat nuts during this fast, I wouldn't have survived. Later that evening, I had strawberries, mixed nuts, and 2 dates. I then made myself a lemon and ginger tea, which was satisfying, and green apple with raspberries. And I ended the night with a chai tea. Hey guys, it's officially Thursday, which means my fruit fast is over, and I'm so happy that it's over. Honestly, the second day was probably the hardest for me, but right now I'm feeling kind of great. I'm not hungry, I'm I'm not starving. It's actually 11 a.m. and I haven't had breakfast yet. So technically I'm fasting all the way up until today. So I had a great experience. I felt really great physically. My stomach was never bloated, and the only thing was I was very tired, didn't have much energy. I actually had to nap on Tuesday and yesterday, so it definitely affected my energy levels. I usually don't nap at all, but it could be due to the full moon coming up. Usually you get pretty tired during a full moon, so that could be it. But I'm gonna guess that it's because I didn't have many carbs to give me energy. I had mostly, sugars from the fruit, fiber, stuff like that. So the reason I wanted to do a fruit fast was to transition into a normal fast, 48-hour fast, maybe once a month, just to make sure I clear out all my system, because eating meat, dairy, processed foods, sugars is not good for your gut, it's not good for your health. So it is good to fast and cleanse to ensure that you're removing all these things from your body and you're not consuming meat and dairy and all these things every single day. I love to eat fruit. I eat fruit every single day, and I just wanted to see how I would do if I only ate fruit for 3 days. And it was a challenge, I will admit, but I got through it and I'll definitely be doing it again. The past year I've been traveling. I've been in Sri Lanka and Thailand, Bali as well. So I've been eating all different types of food and my stomach was just not good. So I came back to Australia and I actually had 2 different stomach bugs from Thailand, and I was throwing up. My bowel movements were not regular. It was just not good. So I did decide to do a fruit fast to just basically clear everything out and make sure everything is running smoothly with no issues. I'll tell you what, it definitely strengthened my willpower because my mum was cooking curries, halloumi burgers, laksa, everything, and I couldn't have it, obviously. So it definitely strengthened my willpower and made me feel stronger mentally and physically. On the first day, I definitely was so tired after my workout, probably because I hadn't eaten enough calories or anything like that to power me through the workout. And then I had a headache all throughout the evening, so that was not fun, but it wasn't too bad. It was just like a lingering tension in the head. Second day, I was actually full of energy at the gym, super hungry in the evening after dinner, and I was craving savory food. It was definitely the hardest day on Tuesday, the second day. In the evening, it was definitely a struggle, but I got through it in the end. I worked during the night, so I was up until about 12 a.m. So I was definitely hungry and starving at this point. On the third day, I woke up so tired. I could have slept an extra hour, but I didn't. I was definitely sluggish, but after my yoga session, I had a really good yoga routine and I felt amazing after that, full of energy, definitely happy. It was my rest day, so I didn't go to the gym, but I was tired in the day and I did have a nap. I was super hungry in the evening, but I did have a snack late at night and that made me feel a little bit better. Like I said, now I feel great. I'm not really hungry and it's 11 a.m. so I feel like I could probably fast another day on fruit, but I won't because I'm craving some savory food, honestly. I definitely recommend doing a fruit fast if you want to transition into a fast, just a normal fast without any food, but I do recommend a 48-hour fruit fast. 2 days I think is plenty to transition into a fast because 3 days was pushing it for me. Like I said, I could probably go another day, but if you're starting off, then 2 days is enough. Like I said, eating meat, processed foods, dairy, sugar, trans fat every single day or almost every day is not good for your system. It's really good to have a cleanse, get everything running smoothly because it affects your health spiritually, mentally, physically. I definitely recommend doing a fruit fast, especially if you want to transition into a normal fast, but please seek a professional for advice. I'm not a health coach, not a nutritionist. I'm just your average girl trying out what works for her, listening to my body intuitively and doing what works for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some inspiration to do your own fruit fast. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos every single week and comment down below what was your favorite meal. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.